first of all, as they were walking him down to medical, they put a mask on him. He had just got sprayed with OC spray, and they put a mask on him. And so he couldn't breathe. And he went down to medical, and they put him in a hot shower. And how he explained it to me, he said, Sarah, the only way I can explain it to you is if you jump into a hot tub with a sunburn. That's how it feels if you get into a shower with OC spray. And they didn't give him any soap or anything to decontaminate. The medical doctor there had cleared him, and they put him back in the unit along with 3 other individuals, and they took them out of their cells, did not allow them to have anything that was in their cells, and they put them in the upstairs unit where they didn't have any CCTV camera footage, which also was very disturbing because there had been true physical assaults in the night from officers going into individual cells. And so it was a very tumultuous time of just not knowing what to do, having no congressional members to call because nobody had wanted to touch this prior. And then the next day, he ended up.
Sarah, Joel, when you get a chance, get some pictures up of him, and people need to see this. This guy is a country bumpkin looking as I've ever seen. Sweetheart of a man is what he looks like to me in these pictures, and listen to what they're doing to him. So when you get a chance, just get some pictures up of Colton as she keeps going, because my blood's boiling.
They had taken him out of the cell, and then they moved him over to the other side of the jail where general population was, and they threw him into the SHU, which is the segregated housing unit, and they kept him there in 24/7 solitary confinement until they kicked him out of the jail. That was their way of taking care of this situation, or so they thought. And so then he went on a tour of Virginia. He had been moved again. Now, mind you, all of this is pre-trial for a man who should have been deemed innocent of the charges against him. And at that point, he had been moved 6 different times been moved 6 times to 7 different facilities. And here's the thing, going back to how they have been, or, when they were in solitary confinement and how they were treated. I had to go pick up his property when he left Washington, D.C. And when I went to pick up his property, I picked up 4 boxes of letters and cards. And I really didn't realize the power of writing a letter to these individuals until I got that box. And I just remember him saying, that sometimes that was the only thing that got them through, was that the American public would write them and let them know that they were not forgotten.
Oh, God.
And, they ended up in Washington, D.C. because they held so many guys there. I think at one point there were 75 January 6th defendants there. They ended up having to hire another mail person because they received so much mail. And, something so simple of writing them and letting them know that they're not forgotten and that you're praying for them, and something so simple as putting a stamp on an envelope and sending it literally got them through some of the darkest times of their life.
Unbelievable.
And I think that's where all of this stems from, right? Is we could go into the organizations and stuff, but it all goes back to the January 6th defendants. They stood in the gap for us on January 6th.